This is Chef Chris with Empire Bakery Equipment. Now that you've had your rack oven successfully installed by a certified Empire technician and the initial burn-off process done, we're ready to take you through the rest of the startup process. Now you may notice a little bit of a smell during your first or second bake, but that'll dissipate and you won't even notice it anymore. First we have here is our emergency stop button. Pushed in, it's in its emergency stop mode. Pull it out, it's in on mode. Down here with these bottom buttons, you got your exhaust open, and then this is your night timer, which we can't use here in the United States, but it's on here just because the rest of the world's able to use it, and according to OSHA rules, you can't have overnight start, so it's usually not programmed to work. So we're gonna come up here, you have your on-off button, we get that powered up. You can hear the oven power up and the fans start going. So we'll start with our set temperature button. You come up here, you press set. You see you have a flashing number, that's your temperature. So we will go to the arrow up or arrow down button determining what you want to do. We want to scroll up, so we'll hit our up arrow button to get to the temperature that we're looking for. We'll set it for 325 today. You can just hold it and it'll scroll up very quick. Now that we're set for 325, it's still flashing. You'll come in, you'll press the set button so that you know it's not flashing and you have a solid red number. If you don't come back and hit the set number, it's just gonna be set back to whatever temperature it previously was at. Now when it reaches temperature, you'll have a green number instead of a red number. Now down to here, we have our set button for our time, which is gonna be set in minutes. So if we wanted to do a 25-minute bake, we'll come back down here to our up arrow button, do a 25-minute bake, hit our set button, and once it stops flashing, we know we're set for time. Then down here, we come to our set for our steam, which is set in seconds. Right now it's set for 5 seconds. We're gonna bring it down to 4 seconds by using our down arrow. So now we're set for 4 seconds. Hit our set button, we have a solid number. You'll see that it's now set for 4 seconds. Now we'll move down the panel a little bit. We'll come to this side first. This is our steam button. This will inject the steam right into your oven when the steam is ready. Just press it once and it'll do it itself for 4 seconds. Then we come over here, we have our rack rotation button. If the light is on, the rack is rotating. And when you want it to stop, you press the button again, the light will flash until it comes back around to the position that you can slide the rack out. This is your timer start button. If you don't hit that, your timer won't start. Then we have your extractor button. That'll turn on your fan to extract any excess steam or moisture that you might want out. And then we have your light function, which obviously just lights up the inside of your oven. Turn that off. And then again, we're down to our up arrows and down arrows, which bring our temperature and our time and our steam up and down to wherever we need it. Okay, we're gonna go over the programming of the Fox oven. You have up to 99 programs you can install in this and up to 9 steps per program. So we'll come in here, this button down here, that's a book button. It says menu, that's your program button. If it's flashing 0, that's your manual program. It means you're not gonna set anything in there, that's just meant for your regular adjustments. So we're gonna use the up button, scroll up to 1, and then we're gonna hold it down. You see a fast flashing number next to the number 1. Those are going to determine how many phases you want in each program. So we will set this one for, we'll go with 3 phases in this program. So we'll hold it again. Now we have a slow flashing number. That means it's ready to be set. So let's say for argument's sake, in this bake, you want to bake whatever you're making in a cooling oven. So we'll set our initial temperature up at 350. We'll hold our up button, let it scroll all the way up. Okay, we got our 350. So now we'll come down here to our timer, which is set in minutes, and we'll determine how long we want this item to bake at the 350. So we'll scroll up, we'll say 10 minutes for the initial 350. Then we'll come down. If you're doing something with steam, you'll set your timer here with how much steam you want to inject. We'll set this one for 4 seconds worth of steam. Now we'll come down here, press our menu button again. It'll bring us to our next phase. You'll see a slow flashing 2. So we'll set our temperature again. So we set the previous one at 350 and we're going for a cooling oven bake. So we'll set this one up at 275. So now we'll come down and we'll set our timer. Again, we'll say we want it to bake for 10 minutes at the 275 temperature. So we have our timer set for 10 minutes. And if you wanted to introduce more steam, this is when you would go ahead and introduce more steam by going up or down, whatever you have it set for. We'll keep it at 0. Then we'll come down here again, press our program button. That'll bring us back to our slow flashing 3, so we know we're in our third phase. And we'll go up with our temperature. We'll go up to 225 since we're doing a cooling oven. So we started at 350, went to 275, and then we're bringing it down to 225. Then we'll set our timer for how long we want it to bake at that temperature. We'll say 15 minutes. And then we'll come here, and if you wanted to inject more steam into this, then you would do your up or down button, putting in or taking out however much steam you want. Come down here to lock it all in. Hold the menu button. To get rid of the flashing numbers, you'll be set for program 1. Your temperature will be set. You will see your total time in minutes is each segment. You had your 10, and the last one we did for 15, and then you'll get your initial 4 seconds of steam for the first phase, and then once that's done, you'll see a 0 there, and you won't get any more steam for the next phases. And that is how you program your Fox oven, and you have up to 99 programs, 9 phases per program. Now we're going to show you the maintenance and cleaning of our Fox rack oven. After you've done your bake and your oven is cooled down, we'll come in, pour our rack out, set it off to the side. For daily cleaning, just a nice damp cloth. Come in, wipe down your walls, top to bottom. Take a broom, sweep out anything that might be on the floor. Wipe down your door. This is good for daily cleaning. For a more in-depth cleaning, maybe once a week, every other week, get in there with your oven cleaner, wipe it down. This, with the Fox oven, mostly glass out here, so you use a little bit of glass cleaner here, some stainless steel polish on the stainless steel parts. Keep your oven looking nice and clean for years to come. And there you go. That's how you maintain and clean your Fox rack oven. When it comes to cleaning, there are 2 things we always do. 1, we always use a non-caustic, food-safe oven cleaner. And 2, always refer to your user manuals for any annual or biannual maintenance and upkeep. If you have any questions regarding service and maintenance of any of your Empire equipment, you can either call your sales rep or call our service department at 1-800-878-4070.